Hi, my name is Sheila and welcome to Research Writing Tips. For this session, I will be sharing to you effective writing tips for research introduction. Tip number 1, avoid the dictionary introduction. Giving the dictionary definition of words related to the research problem may appear appropriate because it is important to define specific terminologies that readers may be unfamiliar with. However, anyone can look a word up in the dictionary, and a general dictionary is not a particularly authoritative source because it doesn't look into account the context of the topic and it doesn't offer a particularly detailed information. Also, placed in a context of a particular discipline, a term or concept may have different meaning than what is found in the dictionary. If you feel that you must seek out an authoritative definition, use a subject-specific dictionary or encyclopedia. For example, if you are a sociology student, search for dictionaries of sociology. A good database for obtaining a definitive definition of terms or concept is Credo Reference. Tip 2. When do I begin? A common question asked to start any paper is where should I begin? An equally important question to ask yourself is when do I begin? Research problem in social sciences rarely rest in isolation from history. It is therefore important to lay a foundation for understanding the historical context underpinning the research problem. However, this information should be brief and succinct and begin at a point in time that illustrates the study's overall performance. For example, a study that investigates coffee cultivation and export in the West Africa as a key stimulus for the local economic growth needs to describe the beginning of exporting coffee in the region and establishing why economic growth is important. You do not need to give a long historical explanation about coffee exportation in Africa. If a research problem requires a substantial exploration of the historical context, do this in literature review section. In your introduction, make note of this as part of the roadmap that you use to describe the organization of your paper. Tip 3. Always end with a roadmap. The final paragraph or sentence of your research introduction should forecast your main argument and conclusions and provide a brief description of the rest of the paper that lets the reader know where you are going and what to expect. A roadmap is important because it helps the readers place the research problem within the context of their own perspective about the topic. In addition, concluding your introduction with an explicit roadmap tells the readers that you have a clear understanding of the structural purpose of your research paper.